Children, we'll do activity 3 in this class. Okay, of your 10th standard textbook, page number 37. Check it, all of you. Activity 3. Now, look at those given sentences and let's try to understand what it is. Let's consider the following sentences. The boys are playing in the ground. See, the sentence is divided into two. S indicates sentence, which is sentence the boys are playing in the ground. You can see NP and VP there. How is it divided? The sentence is divided into a noun phrase and a verb phrase. The first part, the boys, forms the noun phrase. And are playing in the ground. That much part of the sentence forms the verb phrase. And you can again see the division. Noun phrase, the boys, is divided into article plus head noun. Which is the article in that? The boys. The is the article. And head noun is boys. So you can again see the combination given, the plus boys plus are playing in the ground together forms the verb phrase. Now look at the next example. The old grandfather was helpless. The sentence is divided into noun phrase and verb phrase, the constituents of the sentence. Noun phrase is the old grandfather and verb phrase was helpless. You can see that noun phrase is again divided into its constituents. They are article, adjective and head noun. Which is the article? The, adjective, old and head noun, grandfather. Verb phrase we haven't divided. It is just written as was helpless. Looking at that, did you understand what is called as a noun phrase and what is called as a verb phrase? You would have got some idea. The first part of the sentence is taken as the noun phrase and the part of the sentence which begins with the auxiliary verb. Okay, is taken as the verb phrase. Or the sentence part which begins with the verb is taken as the verb phrase. And the other part is taken as the noun phrase. Or we can say a phrase is a group of words. And what is a noun phrase? Noun phrase contains a group of words. Verb phrase also contains a group of words. What is the definition we can say about noun phrase? What is the function it does in that sentence? For example, the boys. What is the function it does? The boys. It works as the subject of the sentence. How do you understand that it works as the subject of the sentence? How do we find the subject of a sentence? What is the technique? Ask the question who to the verb. Who are playing in the ground? Yes, the boys. Similarly, who was helpless? The old grandfather. So the answer to the question who is the subject, or we can say the doer of the action. Which is the action? Are playing is the action. There in the next sentence was. It's not an action but still a state of. So verb denotes not only action but state of a person. So the state of that grandfather was helplessness. Okay, so we can say who was helpless? The old grandfather. And who are playing in the ground? The boys. So the boys and the old grandfather, they forms the subject of the sentence. Or we can say a noun phrase does the function of a subject in a sentence. It can even act as object in a sentence. Noun phrase can also act as the subject or object of a sentence. So you know how to find the subject of a sentence? Ask the question who, or even you can ask the question what. The answer to those questions will be the subject of the sentence. Now how do we find object of a sentence? You can ask the question what or whom. All these things you have learned in your lower classes. Now, before we proceed to the questions, let's be more clear with the idea noun phrase. What exactly is noun phrase? We already said it is a group of words which has a meaning. The boys, there is a meaning, even though it's not complete meaning, it is a meaningful group of words. What do we call when the meaning is complete? A group of words which makes a complete sense, what do we call that? Sentence. Here, it's not giving the complete sense. The boys alone, if we take, it does not give the complete sense. So, we call it as phrase. It's not the sentence. Any sentence can be divided into noun phrase and verb phrase. A noun phrase does the function of a subject or object in a sentence. Now, what all makes a noun phrase? Or what are the contents that you can see in a noun phrase? That is again shown there. A noun phrase can contain an article, an adjective. There will be definitely a head noun also. So, the constituents of a noun phrase: article, adjective, head noun. Even if there is no article or adjective, if there is a noun alone or a pronoun alone, then also we call it as a noun phrase. Then also we can call it as a noun phrase. So a noun phrase can either be a single word, head noun, or more than one word, head noun plus modifier. See this part, article, adjective, we call it as modifier. Now let's think about modifier in a little bit detail. Let's see. Just turn the page, you can understand it well. Page number 38. What are the words that can modify a noun? Or what are the different possible modifiers? Which are the different possible modifiers? Articles. Which are the articles in English language? A, an, the. Now, another set of modifiers, possessives, possessive forms. Usually, possessive forms are shown by the use of apostrophe. Grandfather, apostrophe S. So, grandfathers, teachers, then possessive pronouns like my, his, her, your, their, etc. All those are possessive, can be pronouns or possessives. Nouns with the possessive form. Okay. Now, another possible set of modifier is demonstratives. Demonstrative pronouns. This, that, these, those are the demonstrative pronouns. The meaning itself is clear from that word, demonstratives. You can use these words to demonstrate something. Okay, this is a pen. You're demonstrating this, that. That works well. That. These. Those are words that is useful to demonstrate certain things. So these demonstrative pronouns are also modifiers that can be a part of a noun phrase. Another possible modifier is adjectives. Adjectives of quality usually. Adjectives of quantity also can be there. Adjectives old, long, smart, beautiful, etc. are adjectives of quality. Again, numerals. They are adjectives of number, numerals 3, 5, 12, etc. 3 students came forward to speak about the topic. Then in that case, 3 is a modifier. Students head noun. 3 students together forms the noun phrase. Now, ordinals also can be modifiers. Ordinals means those words which we use in this form: first, second, last, etc. Now, quantifiers also can be modifiers. All, some, few, many, etc. which shows the quantity. Quantifiers. Okay. Now, you have to keep in mind this important point. Articles, possessives and demonstratives are called as determiners. What are determiners? Articles, possessives and demonstrative. A and the. Then possessive forms of pronouns. My, your, yours, mine. Okay. Then the third person pronouns: his, her, their. Okay. Are the plural forms of first person pronouns. The possessive forms of pronouns or also the nouns with its apostrophe and s. So possessives and demonstrative pronouns like this, that, these, those are together called as determiners. Sometimes a quantifier can appear before a determiner, which shows the quantity. Okay, in that case, we call it as predeterminer. Some of the books. Which is the head noun? Books. Now, the is the determiner. Before that, we have used some, which indicates quantity. So, that is called as the predeterminer. Okay. Some of the books together forms the noun phrase. All the students. Students is the head noun. The is the determiner. Which is exactly is that determiner? Article. Then before that we have used a predeterminer all, which shows quantity, quantifier. So the quantifiers are sometimes called as predeterminer when it comes before a determiner. Now our task is to do the activity given here. Identify the noun phrase and its modifiers from the following sentences. Once you identify the noun phrase, it's easy. The rest of the part will be the verb phrase. See the example. The magnificent old banyan tree was mine. Can you find out the verb first? If you are able to locate the verb, it's easy to split the sentence into a noun phrase and a verb phrase. Which are the different verbs? You know, auxiliary verbs are there: is, are, am, was, were, has, have, do, does, did. Auxiliary verbs. Other than that, there are will, shall, would, could, may, might, like that. So many auxiliary verbs. And action words, playing, play, jump, sit, read, all those. The verb forms. So, the finite verb forms That means a verb which changes its form based on the subject's degree. I mean the subject, if it is in plural, there will be plural form, singular, there will be singular form. So such verbs are called as finite verbs. You have learned all those. Now in this sentence, which is the verb was? So which is the verb phrase? Verb phrase begins with the verb. So was mine is the verb phrase. So before that, until that, okay, the magnificent old banyan tree, that much part is the noun phrase. Now look at the noun phrase. Let's find out which is the head noun in that. Head noun. Yes, you can take it as a tree, or even if you say banyan tree, it's fine. Okay, head noun. Now, which is the adjective for that banyan tree? Adjective means a word that describes the head noun, which describes a noun. You know, a banyan tree is the head noun there. What is a description given about banyan tree? What is the quality of the tree? It's a very old one. Not only old, it's also magnificent. So there are two adjectives used. Okay? Old, you can mark it as adjective. Magnificent, adjective. Now see the other one, the. What can we categorize it into? It is an article, and articles, possessives and demonstratives are together called as determiners. So the is a determiner in that sentence. So I hope you understood it. Next sentence. An old tree was the center of attraction. Which is the verb? If you pick out the verb, it's easy to find out which is the verb phrase. Which is the verb? Okay, was. So which is the verb phrase? Was the center of attraction is the verb phrase. Okay. Now, how will we find the noun phrase? Ask the question, what or who to the verb. Who was the center of attraction? There is no clear-cut answer. Now, ask the next question. What was the center of attraction? Yes, you get an answer. What is the answer? An old tree is the answer to that question. What was the center of attraction? So, you know the subject of that sentence is an old tree. So, the group of words that does the function of a subject of a sentence or object of a sentence, it is a noun phrase. Or noun phrase does the same function of a noun. And what is the function of a noun in a sentence? To act as the subject or object of a sentence. Now here, an old tree is the subject of the sentence. So that is the noun phrase. It contains more than one, words, and it is headed with a head noun. Find out which is the head noun in that tree. Tree is the head noun. Now let's see an old tree in that. What can we speak about that old and an? What is that? Old. Yes. What type of tree? Old tree. So it's a description about tree. So old is a word that describes the noun tree. So old is an adjective. Now what about an? You know, articles. A, and the. They are the three articles in English language. So an is an article, and which category it belongs to? Article, possessives and demonstratives are determiners. So an is a determiner. Is that clear? So an old tree is the noun phrase whose center of attraction is a verb phrase. Now see the next sentence. The cobra was a skillful and experienced fighter. Look at the sentence and find the verb, which is the verb was. So which is the verb phrase? Verb phrase begins with a verb. So was a skillful and experienced fighter. That much part of the sentence is the verb phrase. And which is the noun phrase? Ask the question what or whom to the verb. What was a skillful and experienced fighter? A better question is who? Who was a skillful and experienced fighter? The cobra. So the cobra is the subject of the sentence, and subject and object. If a group of words can do the function of subject and object, it can be called as a noun phrase. It does the function of a noun. So which is the noun phrase in that? The cobra. In that noun phrase itself, let's find out which is the head noun. Yes, it is that noun. Cobra is the noun. Now, what can we call the? The is the determiner. Of course, an article. And let's see the next sentence. The small rented room was not electrified. Look at and find out the verb was. So, which is the verb phrase? Was not electrified is the verb phrase. Find out what is the subject of the sentence. Ask the question what or who. What was not electrified? The small rented room. So the answer small rented room is the subject of the sentence. Out of that subject of the sentence, find out which is the head noun. Room is the head noun. Okay. So a head noun preceded by some modifiers. What do we call? Yes, a noun phrase. Let's see what are the modifiers. Rented. Okay, an adjective. Rented. Small, again an adjective. Okay. Now, the is the determiner. Alright. Now, next sentence. A long supporting gable rested on the beam over the wall. Find out which is the verb. The action word. Yes, rested. So, which is the verb phrase? Rested on the beam over the wall. That much part of the sentence is the verb phrase. Now, in order to find out the noun phrase, if you find the subject of the sentence or object of the sentence, you can find the noun phrase. So, noun phrase, ask the question. Who rested on the beam over the wall? We don't have an answer. Now, ask the question what? What rested on the beam over the wall? Yes, a long supporting gable. So, a long supporting gable is the noun phrase of the sentence. Okay, now out of that noun phrase, pick out which is the head noun. Head noun is the word that is the name of a thing, a noun, name of a thing or a place or a quality. Different types of nouns, common noun, proper noun, collective noun, then abstract noun. Right. So here we have gable as the name of a thing. So gable is the head noun. Now, which are the other parts? Supporting is an adjective again. Long is also an adjective. Okay. Supporting, it's in the form of an adjective. Then A, what is it? A is an article. So, article comes under the category determiner. So, together these much words, a long supporting gable forms the noun phrase. Now you have all the noun phrases underlined in blue ink. Okay.